Hello there, this is Space5. Welcome back to episode 28 of Kards, where today we're playing a Soviet player, and we're trying out a new deck, a US-German deck. Maybe try and swap up our US-Japanese deck that we did get Field Marshal using, so there is that at least going for us. We'll go ahead and keep these 1, 2, 3 drops. Got another 3-drop and an additional order for suppression, which is very nice. And give them a good luck, have fun as well. We have a 4-drop, so next turn we can go ahead and drop the howitzer. Should be fine. Probably drop a 2-drop or a 1-drop and move. Because I know the Soviets have quite a few 1-drops. If they're doing a token generation deck. But the primary premise... Oh, he did not have a 2-drop. Interesting. Well, we're going to go ahead and drop our howitzer. If he goes ahead and hits it, he'll be down 1 HP, and then we can do an Awoke Giant and hit anything else he plops down on the back line. 3-2 with guard. Okay. This guy's gonna be dead. We have a suppression. Bye, give me a new card. Death from above, I will take that. And I'll make it so that way if you want, you can trade with my howitzer. The howitzer does get rid of guard there, which is what we saw there. Trade? Yep. Perfect. 3-2 with guard, not a big deal at this point. We've already proven that we can defeat it pretty easily. The Stuka is very good if we can manage to get some guard out there. 3-6, I believe, would be more than acceptable. He can either A, sit there and let me draw a card next turn, or he can go in, hit our HQ, and we'll just trade our 4-drop for his 2-drop. Yep, he's gonna hit the HQ, not a big deal. And a 1-8 with guard. Not the worst thing in the world for us to fight, especially if we get our smokescreen guy out there. Although he probably does have a bloody sickle, just because it is a Soviet player. And this would be a very prime target for that. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down a 3-3 and trade. Well, destroy. We're not trading. We're just taking HP damage. So we are poised to take the front line, assuming this guy doesn't march forward. If he does, we got a death from above, which would either kill this unit or any of the big guys that he's going to drop. 2-3 with Fury. That's a little scary. So I think we will go ahead and do a death from above. He does go ahead and get rid of his artillery piece. Totally okay with that. I think that's well worth it. Go ahead and just start wailing on this guy. Go ahead and do the 3 damage and give us our smokescreen guy. It does give him a target for the bloody sickle. However, we're poised to go ahead and clear this front line next turn. 1 guy and then a Awoke Giant we can walk across. So the big premise of this deck, it's pretty much using the Germans to basically hold the line. Oh, he's going to trade. Alright. And it does have 3 health, which is a little annoying. Because he will survive a hit. Go and plop down another one. Nice 3-3. Use the Awoke Giant to go ahead and clear out either of these units next turn, depending on what he does. We can drop 1 more unit. Don't need to suppress anything at the moment, he's not that scary. Go ahead and drop down another 7th Regiment, so we can take the front line next turn. We get our 1-1 buff, assuming he doesn't have a bloody sickle in hand. It's kind of the downfall of this guy. We could buff him and be a +1/+1, so it would take 2 to clear him out. Means this guy will pretty much always live unless he has an artillery piece. But yeah, I was talking about the premise of this deck. It's kind of a hold on till late game and then supporting the German big hitters. That's what it primarily is. 5-5. It's a big guy. It's okay though. Who do we want to go ahead? Keep you with 1 HP. I have no problem with that. We're going to get an additional card, and we're going to deal 3 damage to the HQ. I think is fine. Give me a new card. This guy becomes a 3/3, very strong and potent. I think I do want that. Or we can nullify the back line. Go ahead and suppress him. I think that is well worth this point, because now we can only take damage from this guy, and it's not very much of that. It'd be a losing battle. I'll beef that guy up to a 5/8. Now he's very scary, and he only has 1 unit to attack, and he only can drop 1 more unit and give orders. 7/7. Oh, when this unit attacks, destroys an enemy unit, deal excess damage to the enemy HQ. Wow. Deals double damage against tanks. That will be this guy we'll be looking at. Go ahead and get our additional card. 2/1 if you control the front line. Yeah, I'll take a 3/3 at the moment. And we'll go ahead and get rid of the bomber. Just because it can be a pain in the butt. This only works on units in the front line, so it can't do anything in the back line. It's totally okay. And he can totally go ahead and hit any one of our units at this point. We'll take the damage on the HQ, not a big deal. Can only drop 1 more guy. Can also suicide in, which is a very, very fair option. This guy could survive a hit from him. And the artillery. But he's probably going to hit this guy, honestly. Do 5 damage to the HQ. Give it +3/+3. Oh wow. Yeah, he made him pretty strong. Yeah, he can melt now. He has 1 HP there. Force a unit to retreat. Get off the field. Do 5 damage, do an additional 3 damage. Walking into the front line, become 4/4. So we do have enough if we sweep with the front line if he doesn't have a guard unit. Bloody Sickle. Alrighty. What am I up to? Nothing in particular. 4/5, M4A1. Can't be targeted with enemy orders, and draw a unit. Draw this unit from your deck if enemy makes you discard. Cool. I'll go ahead and give him a GG. Thanks. Seems pretty strong, comparable to our Japanese deck. It does take a little bit longer to go ahead and make it through the enemy lines, but as long as we survive, I think we're pretty golden. The big downfall of this deck would be a carpet bombing. Do 3 damage to every unit. That would be kind of the worst case scenario, which we've seen again in our Japanese US deck. But go ahead and see you guys in game 2. Alrighty, today in game 2 we're playing a Japanese player, so we're going to be expecting to get rushed. So this is actually going to be a very good test for us for our survivability against rushing. I don't think we need a death from above, especially against a Japanese player. We'd kind of just need bodies to be in the front line. 3/6 will totally take, just because it can probably survive a couple hits from their infantry. 5/5 I will definitely take. It's a nice 3-drop, and we can fully repair him once he takes damage. We are going first, so we got 2 full repairs. We'll go ahead and just end our turn. Expect like a Type 93 or a 2/1 infantry drop. No, he doesn't have anything. To be honest, I'm a little surprised. Normally, I'm so used to being rushed by Japanese players. 2/2. The enemy gives an order, deal 1 damage to HQ. Alright. Take that. Go ahead and drop down our 5/5. And end our turn. He's nice and scary at this point. Don't really have any card draw. Oh, I got card draw here and here. That's another thing is it's the US deck. I love card draw. I love going cycling my cards. It's okay if they're nice and cheap, because generally you can throw 2 or 3 and just go do away with the big hitter like the Tiger Tank. And he just did 1 damage to himself by giving an order. I mean, I'll do 1 damage to myself to get a card and get rid of this guy. Let's see, this will be 1, 2. No, that's 3. We'll have 5, so I'm gonna waste 2 credits unless I get a 2-1 with Blitz. This is what I was expecting his first drop to be. Let's see, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of you. It's okay, I'll take the 1 damage. And we'll actually go ahead and drop a 3-drop. Just so we can go ahead and start to whittle away his little tokens. Well, they're essentially like tokens, but yeah. A little bit different. He has 8 cards. Not a big deal, I mean, that's a free movement. Fortunately, can't attack after he moved. Is there going to be another, a naval operation? Okay, you can pin us, not a big deal. Got our howitzer. Definitely very good opening move against a Japanese player. We do have 2 of them in the deck. Don't quite want to fully repair, but it's a little early. I don't really need the 3/3 body out there. We'll go ahead and just end our turn. I want to save these guys for later. Howitzer's there to get rid of these little minute guys that don't really matter that much. Though he can trade right there for the 3/2. 1/1, so he becomes a 4/1. So you can go ahead and take out my artillery, or the 5/4, honestly. Probably the 5/4 is my bet. Although the artillery is a bit more threatening to his backline for his little guys. He does still have 4 credits. No, he is going to trade here. That's a little interesting, because that's just 3 damage to HQ. It's not that big of a deal. Probably would have taken the 5/4 of the artillery out. Probably the artillery, because it's a little more threatening. Do have a target for death from above now. Nice 5/4. Get rid of that guy. Go ahead and do a death from above, and get rid of that tank. Effectively nullifying his entire turn. Oh, last 2 or 3 turns actually, because he dropped the 1 guy forward, destroyed my guy, and then played those 2. It was 2 or 3 turns, but yeah. I think we're sitting in a much prettier situation. 5/4 with Blitz, you gonna move forward? You are. Okay. Well, if I do that, I would trade. We can do a heal this guy, so he will live. Do the damage. And then next turn we go and hit and heal him again. So it will be a 5/5 once more. Then we can take the front line with this guy, drop Shermans for additional 2 cards. We will have H, 3, 4, 8. Perfect. Oh, he's going to do the 1 damage. Darn. Oh well. This guy's just going to get destroyed. No, the Imperial ordered him, which is a little strange, but... Alrighty. Artillery is going to hit the 0, just because it kind of has to. 0 is just going to clear him out anyways. Drop this guy. We will trade. Or 3/3, because he has served his purpose. Going to hit the 0 for 1. It'll take some while, but we can whittle it down. And if he, at this point, if he goes ahead and hits any infantry, he will perish. So yeah, there goes the artillery, additional damage. He's gonna fully repair it, so it becomes a 5/5. That was a good combo by him. And a 3/3 and does 2 damage to our HQ on death. Okay. But we need to go ahead and take the front. Give us our card draw. Got another howitzer. This is going to be a prime target for him. Just because I want him to attack it, so we'll probably send a 3/3 on this guy. That's what I'm expecting. Two, 3 with Blitz. And on death, deal 2 damage to the HQ. Not too big of a deal. We do have quite a bit of HQ HP at this point. We do have we can gain 3. So, +3 defense on all of our guys. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. We do an artillery shot and then drive the Sherman up there and trade for the 0. You can hit there and live with 1 HP. That's okay. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Doesn't quite help us. No more ambush. Trade there. Go and beef up our artillery. Just because that's more potent now. Our HQ is looking a little slim. However, you can pretty much clear off anything he throws at us at this point. For someone with guard, that's going to take a little while, but that's okay. And another 0. Alrighty, so we get another strong artillery piece, which is very nice. We can do the 3 damage to a 0, that would be great. There we go, perfect. Rolled the dice and we were rewarded. We're going to march this guy forward and drop down our additional artillery piece to give us a 3/3. So now we have a very strong back line. A bomber, 2 artillery, and a token shield. We hope to kill anything before it gets there. But it does give us card draw if he survives with the Sherman. And we can fully repair these guys if something were to happen. And if we do it, we can do it. These guys be even tankier with 6, 8, and 7 HP. So we'd definitely be around for a little while. Still have lots of card draw. Sherman, 7th Regiment. He only has 3 cards, and Japan can only draw if they have a unit in the front line or if they sack a unit. So, nice 2/2. Do 1 damage to HQ for every order. To every player that's given an order. Yeah, do 1 damage to my bomber. That's fine. Alrighty. You would die, which we would like to avoid. So, I think we're going to go ahead and prioritize this guy. Do the 4 damage to the Chiha, just because it buffs that guy. Give us another infantry unit out. Do we want to heal? I think we actually want to go ahead and heal. We're going to take 1 damage, we're going to heal for 2. And this deck can get out there. You can trade for that guy. I think we are sitting very pretty. Nice 2/2. Hit the HQ. Yeah. You're gonna trade, you're gonna trade. You're gonna just clear the board, basically. Unfortunately, we can't play any more cards. And he only gets the 1. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and drive forward. You are not a US unit, so we cannot drop the Sherman. Go ahead and drop the 7th Regiment. Go ahead and end our turn. I'll go ahead and give a GG. Let's go ahead and end it with a bomber. Yeah, this deck seems to be pretty strong. If he had rushed a little bit more, which is pretty more standard with the Japanese, I think we would have been in a very tight position with only 7 HP at this point. But overall, I think his deck is pretty solid still too. So I definitely won't complain. Alright, well, if you enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe. Have a good day.